Hi traders, welcome back to a new week. This is top-down analysis for the week. But before we continue, we'll look at the news event for the week, especially the high impact news for the week. For the news event, we see that Monday, Tuesday, there's no high impact news, while Wednesday and Thursday, there is high impact news from the dollar. And one is FOMC, the other one is unemployment claim. The FOMC won't be trading that particular hour because it's high impact rate folder news. While on Thursday we'll be trading, and Friday we have GBP high impact. So let's start by looking at the dollar index. As a routine, we start by looking at the DXY because it's the driver of other foreign currency. So here we are on the weekly time frame. And what do we have on the weekly time frame? On the weekly time frame, we have last week price entered into a fair value gap on previous prices. So if we go back, we'll see this is a fair value gap, and price entered into the fair value gap. Respect the fair value gap. We can see rejection, and whenever we start seeing rejection, by forming a rejection candle, we know that a higher liquidity will be seek above prices. So now here we have this fair value gap, which is our draw on liquidity. I mean, first draw on liquidity. I want to see price coming into this fair value gap. So we will be seeing price coming here because this is draw liquidity. Now that we have a rejection candle. Now, if this draw on liquidity is violated, I want to see price coming into this other block. This particular candle. Here is the open, so I want to see price coming into it. So this week we're expecting bullish prices to this draw on liquidity on the weekly. Now using time frame alignment, we'll go to 4 hours time frame. And here on the 4 hours time frame, what we normally do, if you're familiar with how I do my top-down analysis, is that I consider the structure. And we have here, we see price has broken structure. Not just that price has broke structure, we also have a fair value gap here, and we see price is respecting it. And also we also see another break of structure here, and we see price is respecting this fair value gap at discount level. So now currently our draw on liquidity will be this high. Reason is because we see fair value gap, price is respecting it, and we are at discount level because we put a Fibonacci from this low to this high. You will see that we are at what? At discount level, and we buy at discount. So we want to see price going bullish in the direction of the draw on liquidity on the weekly. So we see that we have this high to be targeted, and this is our draw on liquidity. Now inside this draw on liquidity, which is the fair value gap on the weekly, we have the volume imbalance. Then we also have this high as our draw on liquidity. So here we see this high. So this is where we have our other block, if you could remember. So here we want to see price coming into this, and if price should close above it and respect it, that is if we have something like this, then this will be our target. But we might have price respecting this volume balance and then coming down. So your entry should be on the 15 minutes. So if you go to the 15 minutes, what do we have so far? We want to see, this is an entry. It has already happened during the Asian session, and we want to see higher prices been going up and up. So this is what we have on the dollar. Let's go to GBPUSD and look at what we have on the GBPUSD. Let us look at GBPUSD, and here we are on the weekly time frame. This is the weekly time frame. What do we have on the weekly time frame? Here we see that last week price swept this liquidity above this high. Oh yes, because the dollar is bearish, and we see the GBPUSD is also bearish. Now our draw on liquidity here is we want to see price coming into this other block again and sweep liquidity below this low. So our first draw on liquidity is this low here. That is the previous week low. And also we'll be looking at the mean threshold of this other block as the second row liquidity. While if this is violated, we will also be looking at this low for the draw on liquidity, because price is yet to complete this fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap and price is yet to complete it. So what am I expecting? I'm seeing that price is gonna come here and sweep liquidity below this previous week low. So now let's go to the 4 hours time frame for our structure. On the 4 hours time frame, so here we see on the 4 hours time frame, we see the sweep of liquidity here above this high. Then we see price creating a displacement. Why is it a displacement? If you look at this candlestick here, is greater than all the candlestick from this swing high to this swing low. All the candlestick around this area, this candlestick is bigger than all of them. So we see a displacement coming in the market. That means the institutions are involved. And we also have our structure, because we are on the structure time frame, which is the 4 hours. We see a break of structure. And we have here, we have what we call the breaker block. This is the breaker block. Oh yes. Now, price has failed to come into the breaker block. But I want to show you something. If you look at this, is the last down close candle before the price violated. But if you look at this wick here, it's also a bearish candle. Yes, this candle here is also a bearish candle. It started with a bearish candle, so this is also a sell trade. Now if you place your rectangle here, you see that price has really touched the breaker block, because this is also a sell trade. If you go to lower time frame, you will see that there is a breaker block there, because this is a wick and we see price has retested it. Now what are we expecting? We're expecting price to take out this failure swing, which is our pool of liquidity, this failure swing. Reason is because there are traders that will be seeing this as a breakout, as a support, and they will be buying, while we will see it as a liquidity. So I'm seeing price taking out this low as forecasted on the weekly time frame, while we look out for the mean threshold. And you see this is the order block I marked on the weekly, and you see the mean threshold is coinciding with a breaker block here. So this will be our draw on liquidity. So what I want to see is that I want to see price coming here, and then we see a sell trade coming in. This is what I want to see. However, price can decide to do the opposite, meaning price can go up again, sweep liquidity before coming down. But let's expect the worst case scenario, which is this last scenario, price coming to take out this liquidity. And the reason why this is a low probability, because we see a sweep of liquidity above this high. So I'm expecting price to come and find support here at this change in the state of delivery, while this serves as a mitigation block, coming here and then we sell. So I want to see, we have this in the market for now as our sell entry. Oh yes, this is it, and this will give us around 100 pips. So guys, this is what I want to see in the market on GU. Now let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. What do we have on the 15 minutes time frame? Is the same thing. What we'll be doing on the 15 minutes time frame is the entry. We look for entry, and we need to see our breaker block, mitigation block, and other block on 15 minutes. So when price come to this level, we want to see the breaker block forming or mitigation block forming on the same 15 minutes for us to take our trade. Let's look at EU, what the EU is doing. This is the weekly time frame for the EU. Let's look at what the EU is doing. So EU, we see we have an inside bar, and we have a fair value gap here, which is the draw on liquidity. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting price to come into this fair value gap on the weekly. So for the 4 hours time frame, we're going to look at for structure, and here we see price is forming structure already. We have this particular breakup structure, and we see price going into the premium level, and then we see another break of structure, and we see right now price is at the premium level. So I want to see price selling from this level. Oh yes, price selling from this level, and stop loss will be here. Then we'll be targeting this fair value gap. Yes, this mean threshold of this fair value gap we'll be targeting. So this is what I want to see on the weekly, on the 4 hours time frame on EU. While if you go to 15 minutes, is the same thing, but we'll be looking at for, if you put your Asian section, you will see that price can take out this Asian section before going down. So we might see our price going like this from here, then we see our price come here. This is what we have on EU. So let's go to the goal. Let's see what the goal is doing. The goal, we have a lot of things on the go, and we have a fair value gap. This is entire range liquidity. We see this order block on the weekly, and price is yet to violate it. And we also see that we have a draw liquidity above this price. Now price is respecting this order block, and we see a sweep of liquidity below it on the weekly. What I want to see is that I want to see price coming into the discount of this particular candle for any bullish prices. So this week I want to see price coming into this rejection block, or coming to seek liquidity again below this, because on the dollar we are likely to go bullish. So here would be our target, our draw liquidity, this body of this candle, or coming into discount of this particular range. If we go to the 4 hours time frame, we will see that the range is visible. And what do we see here? We see, because we see here we have the structure, is our structure time frame, and we have the structure sweep of liquidity. We see a displacement. I've explained displacement earlier. And we also see that price has seek this liquidity, is respecting this, but we have another block and a fair value gap. So we want to see price coming into this other block for our sell trade to this level, but because of sometimes the volatility, this high might be taken, but this is where I want to see my price coming before selling. And then on 15 minutes we'll be looking at the structure time frame. And if we're going to look at the structure time frame, if we put our Asian box, we see that this displacement might hold price, and if it doesn't, this high might be taken, and then we see price respecting this particular order block for our sell trade, or we will see price creating a breakout block on the 15 minutes. That is our end pattern for our entry for the sell trade. So guys, this is what I have for the week. If you're new to this channel, you kindly subscribe, like, and share, and also you can join our free Telegram group. The link is in the bio. Bye.